Hari Om. Welcome to CocoYoga, and this is my offer to you, to all of you, my brothers, sisters, that we're going through this period of changes. Change is the only constant, so we need to look for fundamentals. I like to teach fundamental yoga. I like to teach how to create that balance between effort and grace. So welcome. Be generous and share with all your friends so that we can all figure out the way of how to heal ourselves, how to get to the best of us, how to transcend, because it's about evolution, constant change. So welcome yet again. Sisa is here with us. She's going to be practicing with us. So say hello to Sisa. And that now let's come to child's pose, toes together, heels apart. And then you're gonna rest your buttocks in between the heels. You're gonna rest your forehead in the ground. And then keep your arms there in front of you and flex your elbows and relax your forearms in the ground. So we come to child's pose. Because life will always give us a second chance. So when we practice yoga, when we practice these asanas, yes, we won't go back to the child within you, that it has been there. It is there and will always be there. That's at least the child within me, the child within you. It's been there and we are children. So we come to child's pose and we begin to look at ourselves. What opportunities do you want to give to yourselves yet again? So to get there, we want to start to rely on breathing, since breathing is the inflow and the outflow of prana. So we want to feel that inflow of prana and we want to feel the outflow of prana, that they call it apana. So it's an exchange between prana and apana. You're going to be the one in charge of the exchange. So make the exchange really clear. So move your mind to equality and the sound of the breath. So relax the inner ear canal and just listen to the sound of the breath. With the back of the throat, you're calibrating the inflow and the outflow. Sorry, the inflow and the outflow of prana, and you're making a hollow sound. You're making your own music, your own tune. So you are tuning in with the vibration of life. But now, I want you to pay attention to the right side of the body, to the left side of the body, and start slowly to relax completely. Find the stillness in the body, find the strength in the body, that relaxed power that you have. And now slowly, keeping your elbows where they are, maintaining the body where it is, lift up your hands and bring your palms to touch over your head. Good. It's a praying child. And I want you to share, all of us, a collective prayer to maintain our awareness of the main principle of yoga, or I consider the main principle of yoga, the main principle of Gandhi and Martin Luther King, ahimsa. So we're going through a period right now of violence. So can you take a moment so that we can, all of us, in a collective prayer, we pray for ahimsa, because we cannot cure violence with violence. So whenever you're ready, release your hands to the ground, separate your hands, shoulder distance apart, come up to your hands and knees. Good. Roll your toes under, separate your knees, sit in bounce at the heels, and lift up to downward dog. So we come to downward dog, and we start to feel then the principles of ahimsa. So kindness will be a good way of working, understanding ahimsa. So reach with both heels to the back and to the ground and bring kindness into the right hand. Bring kindness into your left hand. Bring kindness into your right foot. Bring kindness into your left foot. And remember, you are one of a kind. So kindness is your essence. Your essence is being non-violent. All right? So that's the essence, because you are the practitioner of yoga. And if you are the practitioner of yoga, you understand that our main goal, the number one, the one of the yamas, the first of the yamas, is non-violence. How to be kind. But you are one of a kind. So it's not so difficult to do it. All you need to do is to undo what we have been doing, what we have been trained to do, which is to react. You don't want to react. You want to become proactive. So feel the balance between the right and the left, the front and the back, without violence. Feel it. Can you fire up the muscles? Can you bring that determination without bringing violence into it? So sense and identify the violence that you're doing right now within your body. Can you change that? Can you be kind to the body? Can you find, though, that balance, or that relationship between effort and grace? Now with an inhale, lift up the right leg up towards the ceiling. Stay there, point with your toes. And now feel both hands pressing down without being violent, and feel that left foot in the ground being kind. But now lift up the right leg a little bit higher. Good. Now open your toes on the right foot and spread your toes. So feel the toes opening up. Steady. Now move that right ankle joint far away from the right knee joint. Beauty. Now lift up the right knee joint up, away from the right hip joint. Good. Now lift up the right hip joint up, away from the right shoulder joint. Now lift up the right shoulder joint away from the right elbow. Lift up the right elbow away from the right wrist. And release the right foot. And now notice the difference between the right and the left. Sense it. That's right. You listen to the now. You pay attention to the now. Now slowly flex the left knee, lift up the left foot off the ground. So you shift the weight to the right foot. That's right. Lift up that left leg. Point with the left toes. Open the toes and feel those 5 toes on the left foot. So feel the kindness. As if you want to touch with your toes with kindness something that is fragile. So use your toes to reach, open it up. That's right. So now make sure that there is no violence on the right foot. Make sure that there is no violence on your face. So make sure that there is no violence on the right hand, on the left hand. Now lift up the left foot a little bit higher. Now start to move that left ankle joint away from the left knee joint. So feel where they are. Now lift up the left knee joint away from the left hip joint. Feel where those two are. Now lift up that left hip joint up to the north, away from the south. Now lift up that left shoulder joint up away from the left elbow. Feel the left elbow lifting up away from the left wrist. And now feel the left side of the body opening up maximally. Yes, when you open up, you know what comes out? Kindness. And gently release that left foot. Bring your knees to the ground. And let's go to child's pose 1 second. Let's go back to being a child and understand that you will have a second chance in life. Now, yes, we believe in that. Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see outside. You are one of a kind. There is no one like you. So open up. That's the first pose, to open up so that you can release the one of a kind that's inside of you, that is going to make you be kind to one another. Move your arms forward, come up to your hands and knees, roll your toes, and lift up to downward dog. And as you lift up to downward dog, you feel right now your downward dog. How can you make your downward dog a kind, one of a kind downward dog? Can you feel the one of a kind downward dog? Can you relax your head fully? But can you firm your legs and your arms? Can you bring that essence of stability so that you can release your essence, your foundation. You are one of a kind. So all there is inside of you is kindness. With an inhale, lift up the right leg up towards the ceiling. And with an exhale, bring your right foot forward. Plant the right foot with kindness. Inhale, lift up. Take your time, not rush. With kindness, look up at the north. And with an exhale, hands to the ground. So slow down the breath. Let's bring kindness into it. Right foot back. With a long inhale. And with a long exhale, forward and halfway down. Forward and up. Yes, upward dog with kindness. Have you done it with kindness? Go back to downward dog. With an inhale, lift up the left leg. Take your time. So be kind. Beauty. And use the exhale to bring the left foot forward and plant the left foot with all kindness as if it's soft foot. Inhale, lift up. Press the soft left foot against the hard ground and lift up your hands to the uppermost. And with an exhale, plant your hands on earth. Inhale, come to plank. Long inhale, one of a kind inhale. Forward and halfway down, chaturanga. Forward and up. Feel the inhale again. And go back to downward dog. We're going to do 2 more like that. Inhale, right up. With an exhale, plant the right foot on earth. With an inhale, swing the right arm to the right, the left arm to the left, all the way up to the north. So you're doing full circulation. An exhale, hands to the ground. Full circulation because you want the wholeness. Inhale, bring the right foot back. So an entire inhale. Entire exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, be generous with the inhale. Back to downward dog with determination. Inhale, left leg up, slow. Exhale, left foot forward. Listen to the sound from within you. Inhale, swing your arms up. Your sound, your music. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, left foot back is your frequency. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, swing your arms up to the north. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, forward and halfway down with kindness. Forward and up. Ahimsa. Back to downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, lift your arms up so you fill up the lungs completely. And deflating, you plant your hands on earth. Inhale, left foot back. Plant hands planted. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward dog Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Downward dog Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, swing your arms up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Now leave your left hand planted and with an inhale, lift up the right hand up. Good. So it's a little bit of a twist. Yes, it's helpful to twist the body. But what we're looking for is how can we do a twist without having to be violent with ourselves? How can we feel? When do we understand the violence within ourselves? When we're hurting ourselves? When we're getting not being too kind with ourselves. So I'm going to just try to guide you to feel how to open up the body in the pose, how to open up the body maximally. So I want you to feel what's going on the right foot. And I want you to feel as if the right foot is planted on earth and water. So feel that's right, feel the quality of earth and water on that right foot. Bring that left knee to the ground, point to the left toe, that's right, so that you can make it less violent. So you want to understand how to make things less violent, more kind. So if you need to bring that left knee to the ground, yes, you're being kind to yourself. But now what I want you to do is to rotate the torso to the right and move the inner right knee towards the left shoulder. The inner right knee towards the left shoulder, that's right. Then you're going to have to make a big effort to do that action, that's right. You're sensing the action in the abductor, the adductor, the adductor on the inner right thigh. That guy needs to engage to move that right knee towards the left shoulder. And slowly release your right hand down. Roll your left toes under, lift up the left knee, right foot back to plank. Forward and halfway down. Forward and up, open the toes, open the groins, and go back to downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward. All the way between the hand and feel how to plant the left foot. Inhale, lift your arms up to the north. So we're looking for space between the torso and the pelvis. Exhale, hands to the ground. Now you leave that right hand planted and you lift up the left hand up. Now again, remember, at any time, whenever you feel that you want to bring that right knee to the ground, do so. Be kind to yourself. So observe how to give yourself an offering of kindness to yourself. Because if we try to bring the hate that they are portraying against us, we're going to be like them. So can you be kind? Can you be, yes, I want to be more like Gandhi and like Martin Luther King than trying to be like these other aggressive people. Can you try to be kind? You are one of a kind. So kindness is your essence. All you need to do is to go to your essence. But to get to your essence, you need to open up. So can you open up the chest? Can you open up the collarbones? Can you separate the shoulder blades? Can you move that right shoulder blade back so that you can feel the space element on that right collarbone, so that you can feel the right long breathing with kindness. Remember, it's about making the inhales and the exhale to go smooth with kindness. Sense that action. Now bring the inner left knee towards the right shoulder. The inner left knee, you're going to try to move it towards your right shoulder so you know where those 2 points are. You're going to need to use an adductor, an adductor on the inner left thigh. That muscle is the one that is going to move in. So you don't need to use the muscles of your face because that is not so kind. And slow, hand to the ground. Good. Roll your right toes under, lift out the right knee. Bring now that left foot back with kindness. And Chaturanga Dandasana. Forward and up, upward dog. Yep. And go back to downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So then we come to downward dog. Looking in downward dog for the essence of stability and foundation. Your foundation, my foundation, is that there is no one like me. I know that. And there is no one like you. You are unique. You are one of a kind. Therefore, your essence is kindness. You have it. It's inside of you. You understand that clearly. So all you need to do is to release who you are and stop being who you are not. The struggle is not against our nature. The struggle is against wrong nurturing. That's according to Osho. Wrong nurturing. Yes, we have been nurtured the wrong way. Yes, to be reactive, to go into war. But Gandhi came and said to us, that's not the way. Love is the way. Love your enemy. That's what Sadhguru is telling us in the morning when you wake up, after you give grace for being awake, for having a new opportunity, you start to send blessings. Who do you send your blessings? To your enemies, to the people that have done you wrong. Those are the people that we want to send our blessings so that we can transform. We transform them, otherwise we become like them. Inhale, right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right foot forward, all the way into the hand. Inhale, lift up to high lunge. And from there, go to warrior two. Good. Now, remember the action of the inner right knee. So the inner right knee was trying to move towards the left side. Now, I want you to move the inner right knee towards the right. So can you push the inner right knee towards your right in the direction of the right little toe? So feel the inner right knee moving in the direction to the inner, to the outer foot. Steady. Now, can you go a little deeper? So flex a little deeper and now sense the pelvis opening up. Now, can you open up the collarbones? Beauty. Can you relax your tongue? Can you relax the muscles of the face? And slow, hands to the ground, plant them. Inhale, bring that right foot back. And with an exhale, you're going to go forward and halfway down. With an inhale, you're going to go forward and up, opening up the heart, full of kindness in the heart. And go back to downward dog. With an inhale, lift up the left leg up towards the ceiling. With an exhale, bring the left foot forward, plant it clearly. Inhale, lift up, clear about what's going on right now. You are one of a kind. And with an exhale, go to warrior two. Good. So we go to warrior two, and we were trying to create a dialogue with our body parts because, again, we need to go in to find that kindness. We don't want to expect the kindness from the outside world. We want to tell the outside world, this is how we do it, baby, from within. All right? So we're going to need to tell the world, this is how we do it. I am kind. I'm going to bring kindness into it. So I want you to move the inner left knee towards the little toe. With kindness, you want to feel that energy going in that direction so that you feel that rotation on that left thigh. You feel the stability, the foundation on that left shin, and you are then telling now the adductor to maintain balance. And slow, hands to the ground. With an inhale, bring that left foot back. And with an exhale, go forward and slow motion. Forward and up, open the chest. And go back to downward dog. So we are looking for then the essence of stability and foundation. Stability because you already have what you need from within you. So kindness is already inside of you. All we need to do is to understand how to practice ahimsa. That's all. With an inhale, lift out the right leg up. With an exhale, bring your right foot forward, all the way between your hands. With an inhale, lift up to high lunge. And use the exhale, and let's go to warrior two again. Good. Now, with an inhale, straighten up the right leg. And with an exhale, release the right hand downward in the direction of the right ankle. And then the left hand is going to go opposite. So you're going to feel that there is a straight line between that right arm and the left arm. But now, I want you to feel the triangles. Feel the triangle, Utthita Trikonasana. 3 angles. So feel the triangle between the ground, the left leg and the right leg. There is a triangle. There are 3 angles there. There are 3 sides. There are 3 angles. Feel the triangle between the right leg, the right arm, and the right side of the torso. That's another triangle. And you know what other triangle do we have also? Between the right foot, the left foot, and that left hand. And slowly flex your right knee. Hands to the ground. Inhale, bring the right foot back. Good. And then go forward and halfway down with kindness. Forward and up, upward dog, open the heart, and go back to downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift up the left leg. And with an exhale, bring the left foot forward, all the way between the hands. Plant it. Inhale, lift up, That's a beauty. And with an exhale and kindness, go to warrior two. Good. Feel the warrior two. You stay alert. You sense how to be kindness. When you are at your center, that's the best of you because you're one of a kind. With an inhale, straighten up that left leg. And with an exhale, release the left hand down to the earth, sensing the magnetism of the earth. And then we sense with the right hand the magnetism that is opposite. Then once we're there, we pay attention to the ground. We stay grounded, sensing stability and foundation, the essence of stability and foundation. Then we relax the face because remember, it's about being kind. In ahimsa is to be practiced at all times, even under pressure, because your ahimsa is going to be challenged to make sure that you have it or not. So I want you to pay attention to the breath. The breath is the antidote of reacting. But now feel the triangle between the left leg, the right leg, and the ground. There is one triangle. There is another triangle between the left arm, the left leg, and the left side of the torso. And there is another triangle between that right hand, the right foot, and the left foot. So can you look at your unique triangle? Because there is no triangle like yours. And slowly bend that left knee, hands to the ground. With an inhale, bring that left foot back. And with an exhale, forward and halfway down. With an inhale, forward and upward dog, beauty. And with an exhale, let's go back to downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then we find yet another triangle. Yes, 3 is an auspicious number. But we want to concentrate today. I want to share with you, I want to create a communion with you so that we can all have this communal prayer about ahimsa. Yes, we are in there's a little bit of violence with the virus, there is a little bit of violence with all these leaders, there's a little bit of violence right now with in our society. So it's time to bring the best of us. We cannot react the way that we have been reacting in the past. We have to be more determined in being part of the change. Be the change that you want to see outside. So when you look at those people that are creating all that violence, don't be like them. Don't have the thoughts of hatred towards them. Okay, you try to change it. Be the change. That's what Gandhi said. And you know what Gandhi used? The principle of ahimsa. And you know what Martin Luther King did? Follow that. Ahimsa. Yes, they both got killed. But bring your knees to the ground and let's go to child's pose. Feel your child's pose and stay alert. What is your offering? Can you send distance energy healing? So bring your palms together over your head. Prayer, child, sense it, feel it, be alert about it. What is the feeling? What is the emotion? Can you bring your elevated emotion into the now? Ahimsa, sense it. Move your hands forward, yeah? Walk with your hands back. Press the ground with your hands. Lift up the torso. And now separate your knees a little bit wider to the outer edges of your mat. Good. Sense it. Good. Feel how it feels. Now we're going to bring the sole of the right foot against the inner left thigh. So the sole of the right foot against the inner left thigh. Remember, that's one of the adductors, that muscle that we were understanding. So the right foot is pressing that guy. Now feel both sitting bones in the ground. Be balanced. That's right. Find kindness in the pose. And now slowly move the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Grab it. Take an inhale and lift up the torso. And with your exhale, swing the right arm to the back. And with your right hand, grab the inside of the left thigh. So the right hand is going to grab a little bit of that adductor, the inner thigh. And you're going to feel that dialogue creating. You're going to grab with your fingers, you're going to squeeze and feel that energy. You're going to open up that right collarbone. You're going to move your breastbone forward. And now I want you to do a back bend. So feel the back bend. You're going to use your left hand to help you rotate, beauty, and you're doing a back bend. Stay there. And now, under the circumstance, can you feel right now? How does it feel? What is the feeling of the now? That's right. Sense the inhale. Sense it. Relax the ear canal. You will have a second chance in life. This is our second chance. Can you twist a little deeper? And come back and release. Good. Now let's switch. Bring the sole of the left foot against the inner right thigh. The right foot on the outside of the left hip joint. Both sitting bones in the ground. Torso long. So we want to feel that your spine being ideal for that free flow of prana, for the free flow of who you are, because you are one of a kind. So move now the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Take a deep inhale to lift up the torso, and with an exhale, swing that left arm. With your left hand, grab the inner right thigh. You take a grip without being violent. Yes, you can take a grip. You can hold on to something with determination. Yes, do you want to protest? Of course you want to protest. Everybody wants to protest. You feel that it's unfair. But are you going to protest with violence? It doesn't make sense. It hasn't worked. So we want to feel how to be, yes, determined for the change. What do you need to do to make the change? I follow, again, Gandhi and Martin Luther King. Ahimsa. Practice ahimsa. Do not do unto others what you would not like to be done unto you. So lengthen your spine. Open up that left collarbone. And now let's do a little bit of a back bend. A back bend to allow then the energy, your internal energy, to be released. We're looking for the space within you, so that you can unleash who you are. One of a kind, oneness, one verse. Your universe will affect the outside universe. The microcosm will affect the macrocosm. And slowly come back to the center. Rock yourself forward. Come up to your hands and knees. Roll your toes. And lift up the downward dog. So you move your feet hip distance apart. You keep your hands shoulder distance apart. And you feel how it feels. How we are bringing the principle of ahimsa into the practice. Now you practice ahimsa, 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 ahimsa. If you keep telling yourself all day long, ahimsa, 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 you know what's going to manifest unto you? Peacefulness, kindness, compassion, tolerance, which doesn't mean necessarily that I'm going to be passive about it. I'm not going to be passive about it. I'm going to confront the situation peacefully. I'm going to confront the situation with kindness, with the essence of me. Not what I've learned in movies, what I've learned in books. No, your essence. Kindness is your essence. So pay attention to the kindness. Bring your knees to the ground. Cross your shins to the back. Sit behind the heels. And straighten your legs forward. Good. Hands alongside your hip joints. Press them down. Press the back of the knees down. Move the heels forward. Good. And now can you try to lift up the heels off the ground? That's right. So you feel the power. Yes, you need power to confront all these injustice. You need power, but you don't need violence. And that's the point. Can you lift up the heels with power and without violence? Can you inhale, lift up your arms over your head with power, without violence? Beauty. And with an exhale, go forward and down and grab the outside of your feet. With an inhale, can you move your breastbone forward with power? With an exhale, flex your elbows to the side and now look at your belly. Bring the tip of your nose towards your belly and feel that stretch that is going from your heels all the way back to your occipital. So can you move your occipital away from your sitting bones? Can you move your sitting bones away from your heels? Can you use your power? Yes, it was a relaxed power. You have a relaxed power. And you can unleash that at any time, but violence is not necessary. It's not. You can practice kindness. Inhale, look forward, and gently lift up. Now, with the help of your hands, lift up the right knee, bring the right heel close to the right sitting bone, and with your exhale, place your right foot to the side, all the way down to the ground. Now, remember that thigh, inner thigh muscle, the adductor. So you're going to start to push the same principle, the inner right knee away from the body, far away from the body. The left heel to the front, trying to lift up the left heel with power and without violence. Pressing your sitting bones down. Inhale, lift up your hands up with power but not violence. And with an exhale, flex forward and grab that left foot. Now with an inhale, move your breastbone forward with power, not violence. And with an exhale, flex your elbows to the side. And then you're going to rest your forehead in the shin. Now stay there. And you feel your Janu Shirsasana. Yes, head to knee pose. So we want to feel, how can we bring the power without violence? So you're sensing right now how to be kind into the pose. But we want power, we want to go a little deeper. So with an inhale, look forward, lift up the torso, straighten your elbows. Now you're going to bring the right lung to the inner left thigh. And then, let's do it again. Flex your elbows to the sides. And now, go. With power, determination, with courage. Alright? With perseverance. But not with violence. Otherwise, we're going to be breaking one of the main rules of a practitioner of yoga, which is ahimsa. Do not harm yourself, not anyone else, in action, in thought, or in deeds. Inhale, look forward, and gently lift up. With the help of your hands, with kindness, lift up the right knee, straighten out the right leg forward. With the help of your hands, lift up the left knee, bring the left heel close to the left sitting bone, and release the left knee down to the ground. Now, we bring again the same action from within you because we are looking at ourselves. So, the action, the kindness, the one of a kind is inside of you. It's not outside. It's inside of you. So, we're looking from within how to apply the principle. So, you're paying attention to the inner left thigh. Remember that muscle? We were working with that muscle. We created a dialogue with that. We opened it up. Now we're going to open it up even more so that that muscle can help us open up other parts of the body. Pushing that inner left knee away from the body and downward. Pressing both sitting bones down. Inhale, lift up, both hands up. The right heel is lifting off the ground with power, but not violence. And with an exhale, you go forward and down with power and determination, not violence. Inhale, move the breastbone forward. Anchor, and with an exhale, flex your elbows to the sides and bring your forehead to rest with kindness. So, in the pose, in Janu Shirsasana, you are stretching maximally, and you are right now working on your kidneys and your adrenal glands because we want to learn how to bring other good juices out of you, what they call the love hormones. Yes, oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, love juices within you. So we feel the pose, you create stability. Now with an inhale, you lift up the torso, you look forward, you straighten your elbows, and then you're gonna move that left lung towards the inner right thigh. There's a little bit of rotation. Then you flex your elbows to the sides, and then you rest the right side of your face on the inner right thigh. Yes, where the adductor is on that, they are on the inner right thigh. So the adductors of the inner right thigh, they are there active, they are pulling, and the ones on the left, they are opening up because the abductors are dominant. So can you feel who's dominant? Can you feel and can you be kind to yourself? Sense, beauty. Just 2 more rounds of breath. Can you listen to the melody that comes from within you? It's looking inside. 1 more. Good. Inhale, look up. And gently lift. With kindness, your hands lift up the knee. Straighten the leg. Press the ground. Inhale, lift up your arms up. And with an exhale, forward and down. Yes, so we're gonna stretch maximally. We want to go and protest maximally, but we have to do it differently, because bringing harm into a lot of people that are going to get hurt if you are not totally mindful and conscious about it, and intelligence, and you need to use your optimal intelligence to be able to protest and be determined about the changes without using violence. We don't need to use violence, so we need to learn how to work with it with kindness. Go a little deeper, sense it. And with an inhale, look up. Exhale and lift all the way up. Good. Release your hands behind your hip joints, about a foot and a half. Fingers pointing forward. Point with your toe. Shift the weight to your hands, flex your elbows, lift up the pelvis. Good. So now we're gonna, again, the same principle. Power. So empower your calves and use your calves to help you lift. Now use your hamstrings to help you lift. Now use your buttocks muscles to help you lift and open up the groins. Feel the groins opening up. Now can you open up your chest? Can you feel, under the circumstances, kindness? Can you bring kindness into the now? How do you do it? Pay attention to the breath and slow down the breath so that you can allow the real you. 2 more rounds of breath. The essence of who you are. 1 more. And gently release the pelvis. Bring the knees to your chest. Cross the shins. Rock yourself forward. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And then we go back to downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we're trying to nourish ourselves. We're trying to go to our essence. You know when you nourish yourself? When you go to your essence. When you go to where the source is. When you go to where your nectar is. And you know what your nectar is? Is kindness. You are one of a kind. So all you need to do is to be yourself. Be who you are. Be kind. Because that is the way for us to create the new world. If not, we're going to the old world. It's not going to work. We've done it. Done that. Past that. I'm going to do something new. I'm going to start to look at things differently. So can you look at your downward dog differently? Can you listen to your inhale? Can you listen to your exhale? Can you stay alert? Inhale, come to plank. And with an exhale, all the way down to earth. Good. Point with your toes to the back. That's right. Now, lift up the right leg off the ground. Good. Lift up the left leg off the ground. Good. Now, lift up your forehead off the ground. Good. Now, lift up your hands off the ground. Good. Now, can you open up the heart? Can you feel and open up your toes? Can you open up the groins? Steady. Can you feel the breath? Now, can you open up your legs wide open, far away, right foot to the right, that's right, left foot to the right. Now, bring them together and cross the right foot on top of the left. And open it up again, high up. And now cross and bring the left on top of the right. And open them up again, high up. And switch and cross the right on top of the left. And open them up. And cross the left on top of the right. One more round. And open them up. And bring the right on top of the left. And open them up. And bring the left on top of the right. And open them up. Bring them together. Lift them up. And release. Move your hands alongside your chest. Press the ground. Come up to your hands and knees. And let's go to child's pose. Yes, we were working with adductors and abductors. So that's what we're trying to do. So that we can feel how to bring kindness. Relax your elbows. Relax your forearms in the ground. Feel how it feels. Stay alert. Stay alert because you want to be able to use kindness. You don't want to react. You don't want to be reactive. You want to be proactive. Sense how it feels. Move your arms forward. Come up to your hands and knees. And go to your belly again. Steady. Now move your hands behind your back. Interlock the fingers. Shoulder blades downward towards the ground. Shoulder blades towards your ears. Shoulder blades up, and now shoulder blades back towards your heels. Now straighten the knees. Now lift up your feet off the ground. Good. And lift up your chest off the ground. Yeah? Shalabhasana. Can you press your pubic bone down and lift up your thighs? Steady. Feel the breath. Now can you open up the right leg to the right side? Can you open up the left leg to the left side? That's right. Stay there. Lift up your legs a little bit higher. Good. Sense it. Good. Now bring your feet to touch. Good. Open it up again. Open up the chest. Beauty. Bring them together again. One more. Open them up. Wide open. Even wide. That's right. And together. And release. Press your head to the right side. Relax your hands, your arms, your shoulders. And you feel we're trying to unleash from within you your kindness. How are we doing that? Yes, right now we're trying to stimulate your adrenal glands. Bring your chin to the ground, look forward, move your hands behind your back, alternate the crossing of the fingers. Shoulder blades down towards the ground, shoulder blades towards your ears, shoulder blades up away from the ground, shoulder away from the ears, straighten your elbows, good. Lift up the left leg, lift up the right leg, lift up the chest, good. Open up the chest, beauty, beauty, that's right. That was a nice movement of the shoulder blades. So keep the shoulder blades moving towards your heels. Now separate your heels maximally, maximally, far out, but lift them up. Lift them up, that's right. So you're gonna feel your abductors working, and now bring them together. Lift them up a little bit higher, separate them again, far out, and bring them together again, beauty. And one more, separate them really wide open, and bring them together. Now lift up the legs, lift up the torso, lift up a little bit higher, higher, and gently release and rest your head to the left side. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. That's right. So you're feeling the actions that we're doing. Power without violence. We can use power. We can use that relaxed power. But we don't have to use violence. Move your hands alongside your chest. Press the ground, roll your toes, and lift up to downward dog. Feel your downward dog. That's right. So you're sensing what we're doing. You're paying attention to your inhales. You're paying attention to your exhales. You're gathering information. Now slowly bring the right foot behind the left wrist in the ground. Right foot behind the left wrist in the ground. Right foot in the ground. The foot, there we go. Steady. Stay there. Feel the ground. And bring the left foot behind the right wrist. Good. Keep that right heel in the ground. Keep the left heel in the ground. And plant the right foot and plant the left foot. That's right. So the right foot is behind the left hand. And the left hand is behind the right foot. Now, look forward, bring your fingertips in the ground, look forward, stay there. Now straighten both knees. Good. Straighten both knees, and now feel the inner thighs engaging. Remember, those are the muscles that we were working on today? AD doctor, squeeze them. Steady. Now slowly flex your elbows, bring your forehead in between the shins. Stay there, balance the right foot with the left foot, and now move the left hand behind the left calf. Good. And move the right hand behind the left calf. That's both hands rubbing. And now bring your forehead to touch that right shin. Straighten up the right knee. Push with the right knee against the left knee. Beauty. Beauty. And now feel the balance. Listen to the breath. Relax your ears. Lift up the shoulder blades away from the ears. Beauty. Steady. 2 more rounds of breath. Sense it. Power, not violence. Power. And inhale, look forward. And release your hands. Good. Bend the knees. Bring the left foot back. Good. In line with the left hand. Bring the right foot back. In line with the right hand. And we go to downward dog. And you feel what we're trying to unleash. We're trying to unleash your kindness. Because you are one of a kind. Sense it. Now slowly bring the left foot now behind your right calf, right wrist. Establish it. And now move that right foot behind the left hand. Establish both feet planted. So feel kindness on the right foot. Feel kindness on the left foot. Make sure that there is a clear dialogue between that left ankle and the right wrist. That right ankle and the left wrist. Now inhale, look forward, flatten your back, fingertips in the ground. And when we're saying flatten your back, we're trying to bring the lumbar into an anterior, the pelvis into an anterior tilt. Now slowly flex at the hip joints. Bring your forehead in between the shins. Relax there. Create a balance between the right and the left. And now move the right hand to the left calf. And the right hand to the left hand to the left calf. That's right. Flex your elbows. Now straighten out that left knee. Push with the left knee against the right knee. Beauty. And you're feeling right now how to bring power without having to be aggressive, without having to be violent. So can you pay attention to the breathing? The managing of prana is the key. Manage prana. When you want to react, if you just reflect, few rounds of breath, you will do a better decision. That's right. You will be, yes, like Gandhi or like Martin Luther King. Those are the teachers. Those are the ones that we want to follow. Yes, the principle of ahimsa is not with violence, it's with love, it's with being kind. Inhale, look forward. Release your hands in the ground. Flex the knees. Bring now the right foot back. Bring the left foot back. Feel your downward dog. Go to downward dog and feel what we just did. That's right. How delicious it feels. Stay alert. Gather information. Because it's about information. It's about allowing ourselves to open up. Inhale, come to plank. And with an exhale, all the way down to earth. And now flip your body over. Bring both knees to your chest. Bring your forehead to mid-knees. Cuddle, tied together. looking for your inside. What are you made of? What's your nectar? You are one of a kind, so you must have lots and plenty of kindness in it. Now release your head, release the shoulders, release both feet in the ground. Good. Now bring the heels to touch and allow now your knees to separate. Rotate your arms, palms facing up. Good. Make the back of your neck long. Good. You can move the sitting bones down so that your lumbar is more relaxed. And now we're gonna stay there. Yeah. You're gonna stay there just to sense how to open up. Remember those muscles that we were working on? The abductors? Now they're being stretched maximally. Now we're working on those muscles because those muscles and the hamstrings, we have a lot of our own unconscious behavior are there. So we want to make sure that we don't allow them to trigger us into a behavior that is not our nature. Our nature is not to hurt each other. That's not our nature. That's something that we have been nurturing. We have been nurturing, yes, how to take possessions of other people. Yes, we have been trained to do that. But now it's a new world. So relax, close your eyes and dissolve completely. But I want you to dissolve the tension in your hips. Observe what you have right now, the violence in the body. What brings you violence? What thought brings you violence? Go and explore it right now with your hip open. Sense it, just in case you're holding it there. Feel it. Stay alert. Listen to the now. Nourishment. Nourishment on your heart, in that lotus heart, so that you can encourage yourself to open like water. Can you open up yourself? Can you feel the now? Can you feel the kindness? You are one of a kind. So be who you are. Be kind. Be generous. Compassionate. Sense it. Understand it. Feel and dissolve like water. Open like water. Encouraging like water. With a relaxed power, but with determination for a change. Because change is the only constant. Can you change? We have been given an opportunity for changing, a new opportunity. An opportunity for a new planet, a new you. Yes, a new microcosm, so that you can affect the macrocosm. You have the power to change the outside, but go to the inside. Find your kindness. With the help of your hands and with kindness, lift up the knees. Bring the knees to your chest. Bring your forehead to meet the knees. Rock yourself back and forth. And come up to a seated position. Cross your legs. Observe how you're crossing your legs. And now alternate the crossing of your legs. Relax your hands on top of your knees, on top of your thighs and your lap. Relax your shoulders on top of your hip joints. And align your ears with your shoulders, with your hip joints, so that you can feel that relationship between effort and grace. Yes, the information will come from above downward, from the crown of your head to the tailbone. Can you sense and can you align the personal self with the infinite? The infinite is kindness. Open your eyes, bring your palms together in front of your heart, and we tell each other, Namaste, Ahimsa, kindness, my brothers and sisters.